so, we have a two-part die that gets put onto a special embossing press. The die gets gets locked up onto a honeycomb bed and heated to anywhere from 100 to 200 degrees. The counter actually gets mounted on the other side of the press, and then as the paper actually passes through the press, it closes and traps the paper in between the die and the counter, and the counter actually pushes the paper up into the die. The heat used in the process does a couple things. It actually transforms the fibers and kind of softens them up, so we're able to go much deeper with the emboss. We actually get a much crisper image too, get all that detail of the die itself. And the other benefit to the heat is it makes the embossing permanent. You can emboss without heat, but the image will flatten out over time. And there's a few different terms we use to describe the different types of embossing. There's the blind emboss, and with that, when we're striking the paper, the emboss is not hitting a printed image with that. So really the emboss is just the blank paper, that area that's being raised. The other type of emboss would be a register emboss, and with that we actually have a printed image that we're striking and we're registering the emboss to that. Personally, I like the blind emboss over the register emboss. With the register emboss, your eye just tends to go to the ink, whereas with the blind emboss, the embossing creates a lot of different highlight and shadow areas as the light hits it, and you can see a lot more depth and dimension with it. The other type of emboss, which is really not an emboss, we call it a deboss, okay, and that we're actually pushing the paper down. So the image is being pushed into the paper instead of raised.